Good morning, America. Sitting here waiting for my boss to pull up so I can get to work. Relaxing for a minute. And I thought, well, I don't know who that was. That Melissa Morissette or something? I forget. Well, you know, I love music. I really do. But the only music I don't like is the whiny shit. The whiny shit. I love the blues. I love country. I love music that, might have a bit of a sad undertone to it or something. I understand that. But, if you're going to write a song, just complain about something and carry on, especially if it's about a relationship, it just seems odd. It's like Taylor Swift. I don't know how many songs she's released that was all about a guy. I understand the music. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. But if you're just going to whine and complain, I'm going to change the channel. I don't want to hear you whine and complain. I understand you have something to say and you're going to sing about it, and that's fine. But let's jam. Oh yeah, that's happy music there, baby. Sad to lose. Well, America, I have a question for you. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the headlines or not, and if you've caught on to the stuff that's going on with Donald Trump. And everything that's going on with Donald Trump, it's amazing as a country that we're just so worried about how much he's fudged up so far in his presidency. And I don't know what to say about it other than it's kind of scary. It really is. It's a little unnerving to be an American right now when you have all this controversy going on about the President of the United States. Oh, and by the way, I shaved. My wife did me a little trimming. I got my ears lowered. Got my forehead lowered. I got a nice little haircut. I feel a little lighter in the head. My head feels like it's about 2 or 3 pounds lighter. It's amazing. But back to the subject at hand. As an American, how do you feel about Donald Trump? I don't care if you voted for him or not. That's not the point. I just wonder how we as a nation, as a people, feel about Donald Trump. And you can read it in headlines, and that scares me, because the media is scary, because you really don't know if they're not exaggerating facts, or you want to believe that you're getting actual news. At the same time, you don't know if you're getting it shoveled to you to convince you of something. And there's a part of me that actually feels bad for Donald Trump. There's an itty bitty teeny speck of I feel bad for him. I'm not defending the man. I'm just saying it seems like he's got his back against the wall no matter what he does, and it's all coming from the media, and it's all. I hate to say it, but the media is propaganda. No matter how you look at it, unless you're reporting on an actual live event, you have live coverage. That's true media. But if you're relying on someone else to tell you their opinion, especially when you read opinionated articles, and when you can tell it's a biased, it's definitely written with a biased influence, then you grasp the ability that, you know what, maybe they're not being extremely fair with Donald Trump. It seems like they might be exaggerating some things, but then again, the facts are there. He fired Comey. That's scary. You fire the FBI director that's basically leading the investigation into your ties with Russia and those you've placed in power. It's a little scary. And I'm fearful that you're going to see someone like Flynn look for asylum in Russia. Kind of like Snowden, you know, just saying. I mean, you know what scares me about Flynn the most? And this is the God honest truth. The first thing he did when he came into office, and of course Donald Trump says he ordered it, whatever. But the first thing that was done when Flynn became the head of our military, basically, the first thing he did was do an audit on the strength of the United States military. Now, if I was Russia, that'd be the first fucking thing I would do too. Just saying. That's a smart move. Let's find out what the United States really has. I mean, if you put the right person in power, and if they're linked, well, I think I'd have them do an audit on the U.S. military too. I mean, let's find out what they really have, boys. I don't know. Maybe Putin is that smart. I mean, maybe he's that intelligent. Maybe he just basically masterminded the greatest freaking infiltration of our national security. Maybe he organized one of the most hostile infiltrations of American security. I mean, if you think about it, it's a scary place to be right now. If Donald Trump has been blackmailed or whatever, or there's something Putin's holding over Donald Trump and he doesn't want the Donald Trump name to be tainted, I believe Donald Trump would go to extremes to keep his country, to keep his name a name of strength. I mean, I firmly believe that. I'm sorry. I think Donald Trump is extremely vain. I think he's extremely concerned about the Trump name. I think his life runs around the word Trump. And I think if someone had something of some horrible significance to hold over Donald Trump's head that could destroy his family name, I think he'd go to any extreme to protect it. That's my opinion. And it scares me because everybody he's appointed into office after becoming president had some whispering of Russian ties. And that's unnerving. Sessions? Flynn? Who else? I mean, it's a long freaking list, if you really want to be honest. It's scary. But, I mean, the firing of the FBI director, that was just dumb. Russia, I mean, if you're Donald Trump and you're asking an employee of the government to totally anoint themselves with being loyal to you, you might have something to hide. You know, I'd hate to be in that interview. I would love to make you the FBI director, Mr. Kaufman. But before I do, I need you to kiss my ring and promise your total loyalty to the Trump family. Nah, I'm sorry, I wouldn't do it either. I mean, I love my country. I love the Constitution. I love the people of this country a hell of a lot more than I love some individual that just won an election with possible ties to Russia and, you know. Anyways, I try to be humorous, but really, in the end, I'm kind of angry that, you know, as a nation, we're so divided that we can't even attempt to stand on the same page because we're so worried about the label we stand under. And it drives me crazy. Conservatives, liberals, Democrats, Republicans, independents, libertarians, centrists, leftists, rightists. I mean, it's kind of like the NFL. Everybody has their own team. You know, I'm a Patriot fan. I love the fucking New England Patriots. I am never going to root for any other team but the New England Patriots. I think it's the same way. If you're conservative Republican, you're not going to root for the fucking any other team but your conservative Republican team. I mean, it's kind of how it works. It's kind of like a fucking sport. I mean, politics is kind of like a sport. You know, if you're a Bengals fan, you're fucked. Just saying. Sorry, just saying. I'm a New England Patriot fan. My team's winning, boy. I mean, but if you think about it, that's kind of how politics work, and it's sad because you're not going to change teams, and there's no neutral ground to stand on because nobody can create a neutral ground for anybody to stand on. There is no. And you know what? It might take something as if an impeachment to bring America together. And it might take Donald Trump screwing up so goddamn much and causing so much conflict and controversy and issues that it won't matter what label you were wearing. It won't matter if you're a Patriot fan or a fucking Bengal fan or Bears fan or whatever. I'm just saying. It won't matter because, you know, it's kind of like someone trying to shut down the NFL. Nobody wants to see that happen, so everybody on everybody's team is all going to come together and fight for the NFL. Well, it's kind of like the same thing. It's the same premise. We all will eventually have to come together and stand up for our country. And I mean, it won't matter what damn label we're wearing. And it took something like 9/11 to actually create that and allow that to happen. If you remember 9/11, I remember, you know, everybody remembers 9/11. I mean, I remember leaving my damn truck running in my driveway for 6 hours and ran out of gas that morning. You know, I was getting ready for work. I had one boot laced up and the other boot was still laying on the fucking living room floor when everything was happening on TV. And I had went out and started my truck to get ready for work. I went back inside to put my boots on and forgot about the damn truck. About 6, 7, 8 hours later, I don't remember. I went out to go get in my truck. Fucking hell, it wouldn't start. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with my truck? Well, it said it was empty. I remember having a half a tank. Damn them 8-cylinder freaking old Chevy trucks. Chevy Scottsdale, baby. 1982, baby. Hell of an engine. But the point is, I mean, it took something like 9/11 to bring America together. And I remember a lot of politicians standing on some lawn somewhere in Washington saying, we're no longer Democrats, we're no longer Republicans, we're Americans, and we stand together. Well, that's great. It took something horrible like 9/11 for that to happen. That's wonderful that you could do that then. And then, you know, what are you doing now? Each side has got fucking goddamn bazookas and shit, you know, and, you know, the Republicans are pulling the nuclear fucking attack on the fucking vote to get the fucking justice through. I mean, that's scary. We'll just rewrite the law real quick. Oh, we're losing. We'll just rewrite the law. That's tyranny, baby. You want a fucking example of tyranny? That was tyranny. Congratulations. We've lived to see tyranny fucking raise its ugly fucking head and get away with it. But what are we going to do about it? Nothing, because we're all fucking concerned about what side of the fence you're standing on. Like I said, it's going to take a catastrophe of somewhat giant proportions to pull America together. And it might take Donald Trump's undoing. It might take, you know, something to come to fruition. You know, just to totally disgust the American people, and that's going to force unity. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say. I'm just speaking my mind and voicing my opinion about some of the things I've read in the headlines. And I'm proud to be an American, and don't get me wrong, and I love my country, and I love the people. And when I say I feel sorry for Donald Trump, I kind of do, because it's hard to tell whether or not he's got his back against the wall and he's just getting fucking trampled over, or if he really is just screwing up this much. And part of me, well, I'd say, if you take it in the percentages, I'd say 75% of me believes, you know, 75% of me believes that Donald Trump really is screwing up this bad. And then there's a small percentage that thinks, well, maybe the media is just doing everything it can to portray him in the wrong light. And then there's another percentage that sits there and thinks, well, you know what? I have no idea what's really going on in this country, because I'm just an average everyday American, and I don't have my fingers in anybody's pies. I don't know what the flavor of fucking Russia is. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know nothing about what's going on. And I'm just forming my opinion based on what I've read and heard. And if our news agencies are nothing more than propaganda outlets, so I'm just being fed and brainwashed as everybody else, just a line of bullshit. Anyways, I've got to get to work. I don't know where the hell my boss is. He said he'd be here, and he's not here. And, well, I'm going to go have a cup of coffee maybe and chill out for another minute before he gets here. Hopefully he'll get here soon, because I'm ready to go to work. Hell, it's 8 something here. Let me see what time it is. I'll tell you. 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's 8:23. Maybe he's standing me up. Damn it, I don't want another day off, damn it. Anyways, God bless America. And, you know, I don't know how you feel about Donald Trump, and I don't know how you feel about what's going on in our government, and the conspiracies and the controversies and all the stress and energy, negative energy coming from our government. I wonder how you feel. So if you want to voice your opinion down below, and go ahead. I'm nobody famous. I'm just an average everyday guy with a fucking cell phone that manages to take semi-nice videos. Anyways, I'm just voicing my opinion. God bless America. Amen. See y'all later. Have a good day. I gotta go to work. Peace.